Good morning, YouTube world. My name is Joshua Coates and your overnight success story, and this is the Baby Che Show. So who is in front of me right now, I am both excited to talk about, and I'm also irritated as shit with her because it has been how long since I've talked to you?
Oh, God. I don't know, probably like a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
I swear
like
it had to have been more than that because you got married in that time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a year and a half ago.
So, now I know her. Okay.
Yes.
So, and we're going to get into that. I don't just yell at people like this all the time. Actually, I do. That's a lie. I do, but for a good, only for a good reason. Anyway, what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to look at your camera, or me, doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. It's your world. You're the boss woman, boss girl. Clock it. Whatever. Tell them who you are and what you do. Okay? And then we'll get into your story afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. So my name is Kristin Carter, recently married, as we just spoke. So it's technically Kristin Conrad. And I am the owner of First Look Event Rentals. Launched it last May, so we're going on a year now. We specialize in decor and design, as well as equipment for any type of special occasion, weddings, corporate events, holidays, get-togethers. So everything from super formal to not so formal, and everything in between. So kind of like a one-stop shop, whether you need linens or centerpieces, tables, chairs, we got you covered.
That was really good.
Oh, thank you.
And so everybody knows, like, she didn't just jump into this. Like, how do I say this? Like, you've had, I guess we should talk about this in your story, like, up to this point. But like, you've been in what is it, the corporate world? I don't know what it's called. Like, so you've been doing events.
Yeah.
I guess the point is like, this is not new to you.
It's not. No, it's not my first rodeo. No, this will be. So I started doing events officially in 2006, where I was in nightclub promoting, and then kind of moved on to hotels. And then I've been working with hotels and resorts and some private locations for, I don't know, ever since then, probably since it's been about 16, 17 years now that I've done operations for all types of weddings and events. I've probably done upwards of thousands from start to finish. And so I think with that background, I really wanted to kind of take all of that knowledge of things that happen on the operations side and kind of apply it to the behind the scenes stuff. And I knew that I really loved the behind the scenes, like the magic that happens in events that you don't necessarily see.
To make the event happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's the stuff that you don't see that happens behind the scenes that I think is like the nuts and bolts of it all. So I wanted to be a part of that. Yeah.
So, and from like, I knew that you were good at this, like, and I guess, look, you said it, and we'll get to that point where, you know, where I'm in your apartment and we're looking at your laptop, and I do want to get to that point. I do want to talk about that, but first, let's backtrack here.
Let's take it way back.
Yeah, because I want to. There's a lot that I know. A few things that I've probably fucking forgot because it's been so long, which I'm irritated with her about. For the audience.
Yes.
Life is hard, and it keeps getting harder. So if there are people in your life, and I'm talking to her while I'm talking to you, audience, if there are people in your life who care about you, reach out to them here and there, okay? Because there are people that believe in you. There are people that think about you. And just do that. Yeah. Just take the time. It's because yes, I missed you so fucking much.
No.
Anyway,
I'm a bad friend, you guys.
Yeah, and that's why I have her on my podcast. Yeah.
This is a reunion.
This really is because we got a lot to talk about. So, for some of the things that like I don't know, let's take a step back, and I want you to tell me before you had children, who were you? Who were you back then?
Ooh, before children?
Before you met me.
Before I met you?
Yeah.
Gosh, before events, or like how far back are we going?
Look, so I kind of want to understand who you were as a person, faults and all. What did young Kristin like doing?
Yeah.
Who was she? Was she a dick? Was she self-sufficient? Was she jumping out of planes? Give me and them a little synopsis of who you used to be.
That's a really good question. So the Kristin that sits before you is definitely not the same Kristin. I think growing up, I wanted to be a teacher. That was my passion. I was the oldest child. Grew up in a very small apartment with lots of cousins, brothers, sisters. It was a little 2-bedroom apartment, and there was like 12 of us. So my bedroom, my bedroom was a closet, literally a closet. And because it was the only space that was mine, you know. So growing up, that was my spot. But I loved to teach, and I thought that being a teacher was what I wanted to do. You know, I was the oldest one. I always wanted to take that responsibility of just being, you know, the role model and just being that leader, you know. And so it's always kind of been inside of me that I felt like at a young age I was meant to like run my own business. Like I had that passion that I felt like nobody else around me had. Like I felt like I was different. So I went down the path of becoming a teacher and went to school for it and actually got a job at a monastery when I was 19.
Did you really?
I did, and became a teacher. And
for context, what's a monastery? So for people who don't know.
Yeah, so a monastery is just like a private school. It was kind of for mostly special needs of the location I was in. So I was in a really bad part of town. I grew up in the city of Houston, so on the south side. So if you know Houston, you know the south side. And that's where I became a teacher. And so it was kind of like bad children, if you will. And in the morning,
I guess.
Troubled, yeah. You know, the ones that talk back and very like, I'm showing my age, but very Dangerous Minds movie kind of scenario. Yeah. Do you know Dangerous Minds? No? Michelle Pfeiffer? No? Okay. Anybody?
I know Michelle Pfeiffer, but not Dangerous Minds.
Okay.
Maybe
it's where
I
she's
do.
a teacher at a really bad school
Okay.
and kind of like changes their lives.
And what are you talking about? You're 28 years old.
I'm 28. Yeah. I don't even know anything about Michelle Pfeiffer.
Exactly. See?
But yeah, so I became a teacher, and I taught 5th grade in the afternoons, and I did it for about 3 months when I said, I fucking hate this, man. Like it was just not my thing.
You said 3 months?
Yeah, about 3 months. And, I just said it's not my thing. And so I quit school and decided I wanted to go a completely different route and, decided I was going to jump out of airplanes. So I went from being a teacher to...
By the way, I wasn't lying whenever I said that.
True.
I wasn't joking. So...
It's true. Yeah. So I decided I want to jump out of airplanes for a living and did that for 7 years.
Don't just
tiptoe over it.
Yeah, don't tiptoe over that.
Okay.
Tell them what you did for 7 years. Like it wasn't just that, because that sounds weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What I mean, it's not weird, but like that's crazy. So explain to me/them.
Yeah, it's not a normal thing. I feel like because like to me it's a normal thing, but then when I talk to people, they're just like, "Wait, what?"
Exactly.
You did
So
what?
teaching is a normal thing.
Yeah.
Explain to us what you did jumping out of airplanes.
Yeah. So backtrack a little bit. I was, just doing the regular 9-to-5 thing and was doing really well and decided that I wanted to maybe go that route. I don't know. But in the meantime, I was kind of bored. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to jump out of an airplane. Like, let's just go. Like, my son's dad at the time, he wanted to go for his birthday. And I said, oh, God, I'm terrified of airplanes. But, fuck, like, I guess we'll go. Like, it's your birthday. I couldn't think of another gift. So I was like, let's do it. He's always wanted to do it. Let's get it. Let's get the t-shirt. Let's get the photos, the videos, all the things. And we went. And of course, I'm just like this on the fucking plane, like what if the parachute doesn't open? And we get down on the ground and I'm literally just in tears. Yes, there's video of this. I'm in tears. And the guy's on the camera and he's like, so what do you think? Like, how was it? Would you ever do it again? And I'm like, no. I probably have the worst video in the history of ever. Where I'm like, no, this was terrible. And they said, well, if you book your next one, it's only $99. And I'd already paid like $300 to do this. And I was like, fuck, man. And I look at him and he's like, I'm down. And I'm like, all right, fine. I lived once. Like, that's a pretty good success rate, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it again. I'm going to go with the same person. Let's get it done. So we get back down on the ground and I'm like, all right, good. It's out of his system. He wanted to do it his whole life. Like I gave it to him. Boom. And he looks at me and he says, I want to quit my job and do this for the rest of my life. And I said, come again. Now, meanwhile, he had worked in the same industry for 22 years. and he made a decent living. And he's like, I just want to throw it all away and I want to jump out of airplanes. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? That's not what I signed up for. So I let him do it.
And this is the father of your child.
Correct. He walked right into that office. He put $2,000 down. He said, this is what I'm going to do for a living. And I said, I'm going to live vicariously through you, bro. So he went through the course and he got certified and he did all the things. And we kind of got to a point where that was our life. And I hadn't skydived at that point any more than the 2 like tandem skydives that I did. And it had been probably like a year or so. And we decided like, hey, let's just travel the country. And he wanted to jump out of airplanes. And I said, well, if you're going to jump out of airplanes around the country, I guess I'm going to go with you. So we lived in Arizona at the time. This was 2010. And we sold everything, bought an RV, and towed a little tiny Ford Tracker in the back, or a Chevy Tracker rather, and traveled the country. We went up to the East Coast and jumped out of airplanes. I worked in the office, and I still let it go for like another year or 2 because I was like, I just don't trust it. Like, that's just sketchy to me. And by working there and seeing like hundreds of people jumping out of airplanes, I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool. I think I'll dabble. So I did a couple here and there, got certified, got another certification, and eventually we just moved from location to location and kind of chased the seasons. So
holy crap.
7 years. Yeah. 7 years.
I didn't realize it was that long.
It was a long time. I know. I don't realize it either till I look back and I'm like, damn. Like I've jumped out of giant like commercial planes. I've jumped out of helicopters, hot air balloons. Like I've done a lot of cool shit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Been there, done that, got the tattoo. Yeah. So.
Wait, what tattoo? Which I know she has tattoos, but I don't know that I didn't know there was this particular one.
There is. And it says, I would risk the fall just to know how it feels to fly. And it has.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's deep, right?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Wow.
Yeah. But literally, it took me 7 years of doing it every day, a very mundane thing, smelling like jet fuel every day, kind of going home. And it kind of hit me one day. And I said, this is not my dream. Like, this is not what I want to do. I'm living through somebody else's dream. And I walked into a hotel, smelling like jet fuel and everything. And I said, I don't have any experience. I don't know what I'm doing, but I promise that I will prove to you that I can do like whatever you need. I want to work the front desk. I want to be in hotels. I want to hang up the skydiving jumpsuit, put on a regular suit.
Regular jumpsuit.
Yeah, a regular jumpsuit, clown suit. And they looked at me and they said, we don't have any openings. I said, all right. And he says, but I can put you in events. And I was like, I'll take it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of opened the door. I had a great director of food and beverage that said, I'm going to take you under my wing and I'm going to teach you everything. But rule number 1, don't let anybody know that you don't know what the hell you're doing. Mm. And I said, okay. And he says, if you have any questions, they ask you something you don't know the answer to, you look at me, tell them you'll be right back. Don't ever let them smell the fear. And I was like, okay. He's like, because once they do, you're done. So, and he taught me everything. We measured place settings on the table. We measured drops on this, the size of the tablecloths and everything. And day after day, he taught me everything that I knew. And I just fell in love with events. Wow.
Yeah. And then so now with events, like what was the last position that you ever held in terms of events, like in a corporate? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but did you go all in?
Did you go all in?
In your business?
I did. No. I still have a corporate 9 to 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, this is how long it's been.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Okay. So, well then, I mean, that doesn't make any sense then, because like I was this is the reunion.
Yes.
And this is me asking all the questions that I still have not been able to ask you or at least talk to you about. So,
yeah.
Okay. So then now where are we in the timeline of like, were you living in Arizona? Were you somewhere else whenever you started with events?
So when I walked into the hotel, I was in Virginia. So
okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, so I was up in the cold, gloomy weather, and that's where I was skydiving because we kind of chased the seasons. And so we were up there during the summertime when it was way too hot here, and then we came down here. And ideally, like Arizona was always my end game because, as you know, it's always sunny and skydiving is the best when it's sunny conditions. And so because we have 300 plus sunny days out of the year, it's like the Mecca essentially. And we have one of the largest skydiving facilities in the world over in Eloy. So the goal was always to kind of get back to Arizona because I knew that it was going to be like prime real estate for skydiving. It just so happens I just fell in love with Arizona in general. And I was just waiting. I worked in Virginia for a couple of years at a hotel, but I always, like, my heart was in Arizona and I was trying to get back home. So I applied for a position at another resort and, drove across the country for 5 days, took that position, kind of came back home. And that was in 2016.
So I don't know if we want to jump to where I met you, but I mean, if there's anything else in that time period, but like, before you met me to that part.
Yeah.
The reason why I want to bring this part up, like is because first off, I clearly I didn't know you at that time. Way different woman.
Yeah.
Than who I met to then you being in front of me now. I guess we'll get to that point later in the conversation, but like, if you want to answer now or not, when you look back at that woman, who did she teach? What did she teach you that helped you to become this woman now?
That's another great question. I think value was a big one. I worked at a lot of places that I probably shouldn't have, and took a lot of abuse, I guess, from management. And, I'll tread lightly on this, but, events are no joke, and, I started at the bottom as, just a food and beverage manager or supervisor. And then I kind of worked my way up to a banquet captain and then a banquet manager and then director of banquets. And then, worked my way up all the way up the ladder. And I think I was disappointed, like, that I had spent so much of my life chasing it, again, the events are no joke and they happen on nights and weekends and holidays. And it's that time that you don't get with your family. Like, I missed my brother's wedding. I missed my sister's wedding. I missed, family reunions and stuff because it was over the weekends. And you could never get the days off, and it's like
The days off that you need are the days that you're working.
Correct. Yeah. So like your sister's getting married in wedding season. Well, sorry, like it's fucking wedding season, like you're not getting that day off. Like
you're already working a wedding.
Yeah.
So why would you be going to?
Yeah. There's no way, like you're not going to get that off. I gave a lot. And I mean, a 14-hour day was not anything uncommon. Like it got to the point where it was normal to not sleep and not get to eat or use the restroom or, like we would go and sleep in our cars and then come right back and like do another shift. And I think if I could look back and say like, yes, I love doing events, but like I needed to set boundaries for myself and kind of know my worth. And I should have never let that be okay, but I did. And it just became so normal that I just thought, everybody works 16 hours a day, like going to the bathroom is a luxury, you guys. Like, but it wasn't until that I got a little older and got into like a better job position where I was like, oh my God, like people actually value you. Like you can actually love going to work and get to eat lunch, like.
And not just like pull some sort of little whatever or not eat at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can request days off and they're actually granted, like I wasn't used to that either. And I guess if I could look back, I would be like, Kristin, like, what are you doing? Like you got to set boundaries for yourself. You have to give 100% while you're there, but you also need to have like time to spend with your family as well, and my son's an adult now, but I missed out on so many, talent shows and, birthday parties and stuff because mom had to work. And it just wasn't okay. I would have done it differently.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Looking back at who you used to be, she taught this woman that she, now Kristin,
yes,
needs to set boundaries and and say no and stand up for herself. And again, I don't know that woman, the past one, but maybe she didn't do those. Maybe she just accepted and said yes and whatever she had to do. And from what it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong again, but like out of necessity and out of survival.
And just wanting to be better, like I was in competition with myself, and I felt like if I wasn't constantly grinding, I wasn't going to climb that ladder and make it to the top.
Where did that come from? The competition aspect of just yourself, not to other people. And it could have been to other people, but
I think, I'm sure there's a lot of like childhood trauma in there somewhere.
Don't worry, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he's really trying to get to the childhood trauma. I feel like that's a whole different podcast.
For sure. But the reason why that I'm asking this is because, like, for the people out there, and there are parts of me that wish I could have competed against myself, but I competed against everybody else who called me gay. And I competed against everybody else who said I couldn't do anything, or that like my ideas weren't enough, or whatever the thing. So to say that you competed against yourself, I'm just curious in general, like where that part came from, because I feel like that is what people now say that you should be doing, as opposed to...
I was ahead of my time.
No shit. As opposed to comparing yourself to other people, because I still have that problem. Even though I've gotten better at it, I'm still comparing myself. And I wish I could, I'm getting better at it. But up until now, I have not been able to compare myself to me or yesterday's me. And so that's why I'm curious, like how did you get to that point?
Yeah. I keep my circle small, so it's not like I was competing against anyone else, in the industry or in, my 9-to-5 or day-to-day life. It wasn't that. I think, in my younger days, I left the house at 15 and I never came back, and so I had my own apartment when I was 16, and I just kind of, I don't know, I was just used to being on my own, and I knew that my parents, who were very, very poor, we grew up in poverty. Like, I knew that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want that for my family, Like, I had been homeless. I had been, kidnapped. I had been running from the cops, and, I had a lot of stuff. I was running with gangs and, in my 12, 13 years old. And I wanted to be better than that. And so I got kicked out of school when I was 16 because I didn't live in the district. And when I told my mom, she said, well, just drop out like I did. And I didn't make it past 9th grade. And I said, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to be that. So I got a job at 15, paid my way, did a private school, and worked at McDonald's. So paid my way through school, and just kind of saw the results of that, of like, hey, my hard work is like getting me somewhere. And so when I left the house, I didn't look back, and it just became like the constant grind of, I don't want to settle for that. Like, I don't want mediocrity. Like, I want to be better than I was yesterday, and I want to be better than my parents were for my child. And that's just kind of where it stopped.
It's really crazy because for the past couple of podcasts that I've had so far with Jesse, with AZ Customs, and then when they come out, obviously, like, please go back and look at those. And I'm bringing it up because he didn't have a father. He had a mother who grinded so hard, then had 4 kids, and wants him, like, he works so fucking hard so that way his kids do not have to go through the shit that he had to go through. TJ over here, that I just, you guys, maybe you guys knew each other when you were younger, because he was saying kind of some of the same stuff, and just now he has 2 kids, autistic little boy, and then a beautiful little girl, and they both know how to ride horses, and he's just working his little ass off. He's really tall, but working his ass, little ass off, so that way his kids never have to. And so it just, it's really interesting that there's this. I don't know how to say it, but like this reoccurring,
it's like a correlation,
reoccurring theme that like you. And I didn't know some of those things.
Yeah. Slipped them in there.
No, and I appreciate that. Me and the people who are watching. And so the fact that you just wanted more for yourself, for your future family, I think that's incredible.
They showed me everything that I didn't want, like I was the first one to graduate, and I graduated at 16. So I hustled hard in that year.
Damn.
And I skipped 2 years, so that I could hit the ground running. And, it was shortly thereafter that got a modeling contract, got into the school thing, and was just like, I want to be better, not only than them, but than I was yesterday.
And you did everything. It sounds like you were just like, as soon as you figured it out,
like a ping pong.
Yeah. As soon as you figured out that like, hey, like I can do there's no door that's closed to me is what it felt like.
Yeah.
For you. And you were just like, no. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this.
Yep.
And whichever one blows up first,
that's right.
That's where I'm going.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I 100% get that.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I did events with skydiving as well. Everybody wants to plan their proposals and stuff.
Oh, I'm like there's a whole wedding. Love. Everybody's falling for the wedding. You have a 17-second wedding. Actually, you know what? That would be has anybody ever done that?
I've never seen a wedding. I see a lot of proposals, and everybody always thinks that they're like super unique, and they're just like, I'm going to do this proposal. Like, hear me out. We're going to do it while we're skydiving. And I'm just like, oh yeah, such a great.
That's so unique.
Like, I did 4 of those this week. But you do you. So please don't do that, you guys. Like, and let me tell you why. Not only is it cheesy, my opinion, but the euphoria, like what comes over you when you skydive, you can't even like. Have you ever been skydiving?
No, I want to so bad.
Okay. So you don't see, your brain can't comprehend what's actually happening. And so the way we describe it in skydiving is that when you jump out of the airplane, you're looking through the world through a straw. That's all you see. You don't know or have any idea of what's actually happening around you because your brain just can't really like focus. And so it's not until you're like skydive 2, 3, sometimes 4, before you actually like your eyes can open and you're like, holy shit, there's a photographer right here. Like you don't even know. Like you don't know what's happening. Because you jump out of the airplane, terminal velocity is 120 miles an hour. It takes you, I don't know, about 30, 45 seconds before they deploy the parachute, which is not enough time for your brain to kind of catch up. And then you're under your parachute, kind of like looking around. That's when you're like, oh, hey, look, I can see my house. No, you fucking can't. But like, we tell them that. We tell them like, look, there's your house. And they're like, all right. And so you do that for about 5 to 7 minutes before you land. But during that actual like skydive, like you just can't process what's going on. So when people get down on the ground, i.e. like myself, bursting into tears, I never want to do this again. The last fucking thing I want is somebody on their knee going, will you marry me? Like, fuck off, dude. Like, I just fucking cheated death. You
Give
think
me
I
like
want to
5
marry
minutes
you?
and like, then we can talk.
Yes. So don't do that. From the woman's perspective, like it is so overwhelming for us. Like the last thing we want to do is try to make like a big decision about our future when we just got down on land, So like give us a minute. Don't do that. And some other times they're like, oh, I'm going to do it on the airplane. You can't hear shit on the airplane.
I never even thought about that.
Yes. The door is
open. That was literally my thought. I'm like, oh, why don't they just do it right before they fall?
Yeah. In case anything happens. Yeah. Let's just get this done with now.
Wow. But you can't hear anything.
No, not only that, but you're strapped to somebody.
Are the doors open or they're closed?
They are open. Oh. Yeah. So technically when we take off, we close the doors. But then once we get up to like, cruising altitude, which depending on which aircraft you're in, 10 to 14,000, we open the door. And so all you hear is wind, at hundreds of miles an hour in your face. And so the last thing you want to do is, will you marry me?
And you're like, no, we don't have any more leftovers. Yeah. Like, what?
No, thanks. I'm full.
It's cool.
Like, it's good.
And you're like, yeah. And you're like, maybe not.
Yeah. It's not a good look either. It's not a good look. So Yeah, don't do it.
Thanks for no, seriously. That's never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks they're unique, but I'm like, no. We don't like that.
I will say, like, for the relationship aspect of, and this is not even in that segment, or we're not even, I don't even have a segment for that yet. Okay. But like for that, like, if you're, I mean, you can propose guy to girl to guy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Guy to guy, girl to girl. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
But, be thoughtful. I just had this conversation with somebody else, and this is a side note of a side note of a side note, but just nails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, photographer, like, just not anywhere stupid, somewhere where you can like hear, somewhere that it's not like gross and disgusting, unless that's your dynamic, because some people are like that. I don't know, like that to each their own, but like just be thoughtful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if that's you're getting you're proposing.
Yeah.
Just be fucking thoughtful.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And you're hooked up to the person like the entire time in flight. So it's like, I can't imagine the dude being like, all right, there's a wiener on my back, but this is how I want to propose, you know? And it's like, what the hell? You're literally like nut to butt. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
Right
like,
now? Like, will I marry you?
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, like, somebody's getting married. Somebody's got a well, no. I was like, there's a ring I could. Never mind. Okay,
no.
Okay. Yeah. So now, from that point to what year did we meet? Do you remember what year we met? Because it doesn't matter the year. I'm just like I was thinking about it, but like I want you to tell them.
Yeah.
How we met, how you and I met, and then yeah, let's go there.
Okay. The year was 2016. I'm pretty sure. No, it was probably like 2000. Well, I moved back here in 2016, and I remember that my son's dad and I had broken up, and so I had moved into an apartment complex. Mm-hmm. And I lived there for about 2.5 years. In
Arizona, like we can say Arizona.
Correct. Yes,
like,
in Arizona.
Because we are in Arizona. Yeah.
You can tell by the palm trees. The tropical setting we have here.
Yeah.
Which I love, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it had to have been probably 2017, 2018, because I know we were still in communication during COVID, and that's when that bedroom scene had happened.
Yep.
Was in COVID times, so that was 2020.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not just COVID, but like all the shit that like,
time.
with you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And how much time we spent together and everything. Yeah.
Literally.
So broke up with my son's dad in 16.
That makes me even more mad. Okay, keep going.
He's like, holy shit, it's been how long? Yeah, it's been a minute.
Keep going.
Broke up with my son's dad, and then a couple months had gone by. I was dating another guy. He moved into the apartment with me. And then it was a very, very toxic, abusive relationship. And do you remember this?
Yep. Oh, I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
And, it was one of those ones where you're just like, I got to break up with this person, and then something just kind of kept you, coming back. And it was probably financial, like related. Because,
for sure.
You had two people living in a home, and like that was, I couldn't really survive on my own. And it wasn't until, so we were doing events and, COVID hit. So I actually left the resort that I was at after 3 years, and I left there in 2019, December. And then got a director of banquets position at the location where I met my now husband. I love you, baby. And that was in March, I started there in January of 2020, and then everything shut down in March, 2020 for the COVID thing. And so there was a point during, the time where it was like, do we come to work tomorrow? Like we were doing events and nobody really knew what was going to happen. And it was just like a complete shutdown, no more events, social distancing, like that's it. And I was like, my career is done. So I went to work one day and they were like, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we'll call you.
Shit.
So I left not knowing, what was going to happen, but 9 months went by where I had no job. Like I was on unemployment. I was doing the whole thing of, how the fuck am I going to survive? And I'm also in this crazy abusive relationship that I have to get out of. But I couldn't get rid of him because I didn't have a job, and I couldn't like go tour houses or apartments or anything because no one was allowing anybody to talk to you in person. And I was at our apartment complex and I had just said, enough is enough. Like, I'll fucking figure it out, but I can't continue my life like this with him. So, I kicked him out in June, my birthday of all things, and, decided that I was going to try to make it on my own. So it was a good, I don't know how many months, and I can't remember if I met you. I think I met you after he and I had already broken up or.
No, because.
No?
No.
Did you know him?
I knew him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I can't remember. It's a little blurry there around the COVID times where all the days just kind of blended.
Because this was like, so I met you.
You knew my son's dad.
Yeah. And then, because that's the thing, like, before COVID happened, like, we were in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Like, during
he just slips it out there so nonchalant. We were in the hot tub.
Well, but that's where I met you, though.
Yeah.
And, like, apartment complexes have hot tubs.
It's true.
It's
true. We met in a big ass bathtub.
Yeah, basically. It's the truth, though. And so, but no. Yeah, I met son's dad there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had come by,
Yeah. And then you got together with what's his face, and then broke up with him, and then it was COVID. So like I was there for a while.
For all of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now you see why I'm upset that she hasn't called me. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. It was I remember that day like so well of meeting you, and you had long hair. He had long hair. Does anybody know you with long hair? Because
there's not here, dude. I had hair down to my butt. Yeah, like it was curly. It was gorgeous. Like I'm now growing.
Are you growing it back out?
Yeah, not full. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But dude, I was cute. I was fucking cute.
I loved it. You had it like shaved underneath. You had the ponytail, little man bun going on situation, and I was just like, wow. Look at this guy.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I was Fabio as shit.
Oh yes,
dude.
Very Fabio.
Yes. Oh, and then metabolism hit, and then I got fat. Yeah. Well, it was COVID. You get it. Everybody got fat. Everybody got fat.
Yeah.
Now the reason why I bring that up is because now we're stuck. Yeah. So you and I start to build this beautiful friendship.
Yes. We lived in the same apartment complex. We were like, I was right above the pool and you were on the other side of the pool. So
we were walking.
Yeah, within walking distance.
Back and forth. Yeah. And it was...
We had the same floor plan.
Yeah, literally the same.
We lived in the same floor plan.
Now, we'll speed through all of this stuff just to get to the point where this is where I want to get to. You're watching me do all of my photography. She was one of my models.
Yes.
Oh, she was one of my models.
Yeah, because you learn a lot about somebody in a hot tub. You have to make it not so awkward. You have to carry on a conversation. You can't just sit there and stare at each other, right? So I'm sitting in the hot tub. He's sitting in the hot tub, and we're just chopping it up. Just like, so what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And he told me that he did photos, and I think I was kind of like at a point where I was like, feeling bad about myself. I've been through these failed relationships and, always a.
You saw that.
Okay? He's just like, what are you doing over there?
I'm trying to kill a gnat, but all right, keep going.
Always a wedding planner, like never a bride kind of thing. And, I went my whole life until recently, getting married. And so I just was like feeling bad about myself. And he's like, oh, I do photography. And I was like, yeah, I used to model. Like I used to dabble.
And I'm like, excuse me?
What?
I mean, like, obviously, look, she's 28 right now. So 28, gorgeous.
Thank you.
And still gorgeous back then. So like, of course, if I had the opportunity, I'm looking for our picture.
Oh, our picture?
Yeah. Well, not our, but your picture.
Where's my centerfold? I want my book.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, her being the model.
Yeah.
And she, during this time, I guess we'll get to where I was going to go with it in a second. But during this time, she had a lot of time on her hands.
Yeah. Could say that.
Yeah. And so you believed in me.
Yeah.
And you were watching me take boudoir photos. You were watching me do, try to get into the wedding industry.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was trying to get into the wedding.
Yeah. And I was like, this is going to be a great like collaboration, you know, of like, you can take some photos of me and I'll feel a little better about myself. And then I've got some connections in the wedding industry. So like, let's see what we can do, you know, like, let's see what you can do. And
so, and the point I'm making here is like, you believed in me to the point, to where I was able to take photos of you.
Yeah.
And then, and now we're walking back and forth, during this time, and you asked me to come over to your apartment, and we're sitting in your room, and you're like, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
And you pull up your laptop.
Yes.
And, I don't know if you like preemptively, not the word isn't warned me, but like, I don't have a better word. Like I don't think you said that you were going to put together a whole ass website or anything beforehand. So I sit down, I open up the laptop, and you're like, hey, I am starting this business.
Yeah.
Fuck all of this. Me being told what to do and having, and not being able to pick the days that I want to be off. I have the guilt that I'm not spending enough time with my child. Oh, see, there's a fucking net.
It's all right.
And I don't know how you want to say it, but like what she told me that day, and I think about it, and I'm probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
But
I'm probably going to cry because I remember that day so well.
okay, then you fucking tell it.
I don't, but I'm going to be emotional.
I'm gonna be emotional. That's why I'm trying to be like,
Yeah.
Just talk to me.
I mean, we had gone through some stuff, you know, we'd been to some bridal expos and we had, you know, taken some photos together, and I was.
Oh my God. Yeah. You were helping me with the expo.
Yeah. So we were getting all the stuff together, and we got him a booth, and, you know, I helped him set it up and helped it work and, you know, work it. And, you know, I was reaching out to connections and stuff. And it was like, we were working very closely in that. And I was watching him, just this fucking guy was grinding. Like, you were fucking killing it. And I was just watching him go out. And even if it was a dead end, like, it didn't stop him. Like, there were times where he was told no, or times that like it didn't work out, you know, like we tried the expo thing and I was like, how much business did you get out of it? And he was like, I didn't fucking get shit, you know? And I was like, damn it. But like, he didn't stop. And I watched him like constantly go out there with the door shutting, and he didn't let that stop him. And I remember seeing like where he had started and where he was at that point in our relationship. And I said, I'm so inspired by that. And I know it sounds really cheesy, but I was so inspired. And I was like, if Joshua can do this, like I can do this. And regardless of fuck the world, you know, fuck all of the things that are trying to stand in your way and all the roadblocks that were, you know, coming up, like fuck all of that. Like, you are in charge of your own destiny. And when I watched him just hustle and work, I mean, he was working around the clock. He was editing. He was, you know, doing all the things. And I was like, this guy. And so I kind of had that in the back of my mind of like, I want to be like that. Like, and I know, again, it sounds very cliche, and I'm trying to like hold it back, but couldn't. I started building a website, and I said, you know what, I'm so tired of the excuses. Like, I can always give myself an excuse as to why I'm not, you know, getting to where I want to be. But that's it. Like, no more fucking excuses. And I built a website, and I bought the URL, and I bought the LLC, and I said, you know what, there's no time like the present. And so I created a website and said, I'm going to make this happen. And Joshua came over, and I said, I want to show you something. And I pulled up the website, and he was like, what is this? And I was like, I'm going to start a rental company. And he was like, what? And I said, you are my inspiration. Like, and that is 100% no bullshit. Like, and to this day, like, Joshua was my inspiration. And I don't even think a lot of people know this, but like, that was the thing that kicked me in the ass and said, you know, fuck the world and you can make this happen. Like, you are in charge again of your own destiny. And I did it. Like, I threw caution to the wind. I was scared. I was fucking scared, but
I was so proud of you.
you,
Like I had no idea that like, and like that, oh man, I don't even know how to say it. Like, I didn't think that I could inspire somebody. And then you showed me that, and it was so fucking cool. And yeah, so, and now she's doing it. And so for the people who are on TikTok, and you see it right there. And for the people who are watching this later on YouTube, like, yeah, she's fucking doing it, and I'm so proud of you.
it's scary. It's scary to say, you know what, I'm going to start my own business and I don't have a single client. I don't have any connections. And yeah, I had wedding connections, but again, in competition with myself, I wasn't going to reach out to any of my connections. Like, I was like, no, I'm going to start this shit from the ground and I'm going to build my brand. I'm going to build my reputation. And I'm not going to ride on anybody's coattails. I'm not going to let anybody like put in a good word for me, kind of thing. Like, I'm going to build myself the way that I want to be built. And yeah, you had a huge, huge part in that, of just like, especially being so close with you while you were doing all the stuff that you were doing and seeing it. And I mean, this guy, like, I got to make flyers and I got to print out books and I got to he just didn't let anything stop him. And, again, even when there were times that like he was fucking distraught, and I watched you sometimes just
on the floor of the kitchen crying because I couldn't fucking, that day was hard. Yeah. Those days were hard. Yeah. And you were there. You were literally there for some of the hardest moments. Even whenever I moved to the next place, after that apartment complex, and that's where, that's a place where we did most of the photos of you. Yeah. And you saw that struggle. And so, man, I wanted to, not for me, but for this, because I missed you so much, and to see you do what you told me you were going to do, and you didn't quit. It just, I'm so proud of you.
Likewise.
And on that note, so that way I can clean my face, we're going to listen to a word from our sponsors.
Okay.
So that way I can go get some Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by 5 Flash Media.
Hey, don't you have an event coming up that you need live video production for?
I think I do. Who should I call?
You should probably call 5 Flash Media, and you can reach them on all social medias at 5 Flash Media.
Okay, I'm going to do that because I heard that they're the best at everything. Anything video, photography, mobile podcasting. I mean, who's doing our show right now?
5 Flash Media.
Go to 5 Flash Media on all platforms.
Oh, man. Ooh. Ooh.
I was trying to oh my God.
Yeah. That's some real shit right there. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I see you.
So.
I don't see me, but I see you.
Well, I'll give you here.
I'll give you. I like you, though.
I would hope so. I like you, too.
Let's go back to his face, because it makes me happy.
Okay. So now in this segment here, it's so funny because now I want to analyze some of your stuff. So, first off, we just found out that she has not been posting on TikTok. Just found that out. So,
sorry, guilty.
Yeah.
I got a new phone and I didn't download it and I needed a break.
No. And that's totally fine. Boundaries are important. What we just talked about that, right? So having the right boundaries personally and professionally, super important. Now, comma, now though, we are in a different world than we were whenever I met you and all that. And we have the ability, we have the power to like literally overnight create an entire community that will ride or die for you. And you deserve that. As a business owner, as a woman, you deserve that. You, Kristin. So first off, we're going to be historically correct here. And we are going to, so what's your TikTok?
I'm assuming it's First Look Event Rentals.
Is that what it is?
I mean, sure, why not? I mean,
Tell me what it is so I can pull it up. I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh God. Okay. I'm pretty sure it is. God, I haven't used this app in so long. I feel like
That's okay.
I'm a millennial right now.
You very much are with what's happening right now.
Where's the Tic Tac? I don't even know where it's at. Like, yeah, First Look Event Rentals. Yeah.
FIRST.
Yes. LOOK. Event, EVENT, and rentals, RENTALS.
Okay, so for everybody here, let me fix this screen right here real quick. There we go. Now we got perfect. Okay, so what we have right here is we have to be historically correct, it is March 23rd, 2026 at 6:40 p.m. And right now she has 96 followers.
Yes.
And that is okay. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. So 96 followers.
96.
Oh, hold on. 97.
No.
Okay.
Long overdue.
Yeah, 97 followers. Okay, so let's see. Do you know what... You have no idea what to do on here, do you? Okay, so...
I can tell you how to make good spaghetti, but I cannot tell you.
So I'm going to do some... So in this segment right here, I'm basically going to talk to you about how to do this, okay?
Okay.
Because I am charging to do this kind of consulting stuff. And for anybody who comes on the podcast, I'm going to give you literal actionable steps of what to do, okay? Now, for you of all people are really good at communicating. I don't know where that comes from, and I think it's from all that trauma that then helps you to be able to communicate the way that you do. So,
Yeah.
it's the only thing is it has to translate to the camera. And so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you make at least 2 videos a day, but I don't want you to talk about the rentals.
Okay.
What do you like to do that you typically don't post about?
Ooh.
That you never post about?
That I never post about?
Yeah. What is something that only your husband knows or whatever?
My favorite thing to do is organize things.
Okay. That's
Like-
actually perfect.
Like OCD organized things.
That's perfect. So so this is, man, this is so good. You're going to love me.
my favorite thing to do, yeah.
You are going to love me. So
Okay.
what I'm going to have you do is here, I'm going to switch it so that way it's not on the screen. There are obviously things that only you do around your house that comes to organizing. And I'm sure that when you were on social media a lot, you looked at different people. You got sucked into the content of organizing, whether that's the drawers or the kitchen cabinets or the closets or like the little sheets that go into the drawers and then like the little squares,
dividers,
dividers and all of that. So, and you, I'm assuming you have those things at your house.
Oh yeah.
So what I am going to have you do is I'm going to have you make videos about the 3 or 4 different things that you love to have in your cabinets or in your drawers. It has nothing to do with the rentals, okay? Now, the reason why is because people, when they get to know you, they will love you. But everybody keeps doing the same cookie cutter shit, talking about their stuff. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to hear about another realtor doing all the, whatever that is, right? Or another rental company. But what they do want is they want to fall in love with you. And whenever you tell them about things that have nothing to do with your business, you fall into the same trap too, because I do and everyone else does. When you find something that interests you, you go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And then this rabbit hole then leads you after 3 hours, that's exaggerating, maybe not,
really.
but yeah, right. After 15 minutes, let's just say, of rabbit holing, you then find out, oh my God, she does event rentals and she does, and it's a one-stop shop. What the fuck? I'm getting married in June. I really like her. I love that she's I love her personality. I love all of this about her. So it's not about what you do. It's about who you are. But a lot of times people get stuck in their head. And so it's not about walking around the rental space and talking about the different chairs or the different, now the percentage, and this is getting into the nitty gritty here, is for every 9 videos that you make about who you are, do 1 video about what you do.
Okay.
Remember, it's the I want to call it funnel. It's the trap. It's the rabbit hole that people get into. So when they hear your laugh, it's infectious. They're gonna love it. And whenever you talk about how much you love your husband, and whenever about how much you love your whole family, what you do for your family, you're organizing. And we're going to start there because that is the thing that like you never post about, but you love.
Yeah.
And you already know this because you have probably seen this online, whether it's Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. There are so many fucking people that love that shit.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what kind of type A, B, C person that is, but like they are there's a whole fucking cult. Of
Guilty.
organizing people.
Yeah.
Of not organizing, but of people who organize all of their shit.
Oh yeah. So satisfying. God, is it satisfying?
It is if you know how to do it, and like my brain doesn't do that. But oh my God, like even with my industry, with microphones and with gimbals and with cameras and with lights, there are people who are 3D printing different size organized sheet things to then put into drawers for the specific light and camera and gimbal and lens. And
custom size.
Yeah. And I'm sure that gets your rocks going like so hard.
Keep talking.
Yeah. And so I wish I could do those things. My brain doesn't work like that. But if your brain works like that, I promise you, there will, and this is why I'm so excited about this. Whether you don't have to promise me, but like, what's today? What's today? Monday?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
It's Friday at this point. When this week, I want you to make 2 videos because here's the thing. At a certain point, I want you to do 10 videos a day. And the reason why I say 10 videos a day is because you can talk about you.
Yeah.
9 videos are going to be of you making pasta and you talking about organizing and you saying what kind of shoe is your favorite shoe for walking so many fucking steps every day. Because there are different shoes for different things. And I mean, I'm in the event space, so I'm always thinking about this and I want content like that. But one of those videos is then going to be, hey guys, just so you know, I also do rentals.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you don't know that, but I also do rentals. And then they're going to fall in love with you because of who you are. And then and that's how you do business.
Yeah.
And
bada bing, bada boom.
And that's also, I'm not going to answer this. My sister is FaceTiming.
Oh.
And I'm not going to answer because it's going to pop her face up on the screen.
Oh.
And so we're not going to do that because she's going to get pissed off at me. Actually, here,
special
you know
guest
what?
star.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to answer it. Shayna, we are live. Yep, love you, bye. Yep. Okay, so she goes, love you, bye.
Oh,
And you remember Shayna.
yes. She's adorable.
So now the last few things, okay, are within the algorithm. I don't know if you've been watching or listening or observing, but whenever you make a video, you want to be saying whatever the subject is. If you're talking about organizing, within a 45 second to a minute time period, you want to say that phrase or that word 3 to 5 times. You are training the algorithm in TikTok, in Instagram, that you are talking about this one thing. And so the more times you can say organizing within that one video that you're making, and then with the caption saying, I freaking love organizing my pantry.
Yeah.
And then the hashtag is organizing or organization. Those markers and the on-screen text, because I know you see that shit,
Yeah.
it's reading what's on the screen. And it's reading what's in the caption. It's reading what's in the hashtag. And so if you do that, you are telling the algorithm where to put this video. If you talk about pasta, my favorite pasta recipe, or literally just fucking pasta recipe.
Pasta, yeah.
Not hashtag, but on screen,
But
but just pasta recipe.
Yeah.
The video is, look, I know you fuckers love pasta.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't love pasta? But if you're going to do pasta, you should do it my way, the way that I make pasta. There was 4 pastas in that 10-second little thing right there. In the caption, you're fucking up if you don't make pasta this way. Hashtag pasta. This is the easiest way that I can explain this. There's so much more that goes into it, and that's why I teach this stuff. But for you, I just wanted to give you something. And then obviously we're going to have this video. So so you can rewatch this if you want to.
Yeah.
But that's how this works on the most fundamental level. And that's how I was able to blow up on that one video. You have no idea that I blew up on that one video. Holy shit, I just realized. Yeah, on TikTok, I blew up. Yeah. You'll see it in a second. But that's how I got 200 plus people to sign the form to then come onto my podcast. I've been developing that. Of all people, of all fucking people, I've been developing this for years and years and years. But up until I started taking it seriously, not just for my clients, but for myself on TikTok, it blew up, and I have the most amazing people that are about to come onto this podcast, and it's all because of TikTok. All because of that algorithm.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I have no problem teaching you and other things like that. And so but for those specific things, for you, because you are brand spanking new, which is it's not bad at all. Like, you literally have nowhere to go but up. And that's so different than from being up and then doing nothing but going all the way down.
Bottom. Yeah.
Not rock bottom, with the airplanes. Jesus.
God, no, we're not hitting rock bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's just, I was trying to make a joke. She fucked it up.
Yikes.
Anyways.
Sorry, cut.
It's okay. We're keeping it in.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm telling the editor, and I'm the editor, so we're keeping it in. Okay, so, and does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to use social media anymore the way that you have been. Now you're going to use social media to develop and grow leads. And you're going to do that by being yourself. The only way that you can do this is to be yourself. Okay. So
I can do that.
I know you can. So now in that's a little segment that I want to put in there because now do you have a website?
I do.
Okay, we're pulling that up.
I do.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. All right, let's look up this website. Hold on, Safari.
Safari, huh?
Yes.
You learn a lot about people based on their browser choice.
Yeah. What does that mean? Okay, well, what's the website?
www.firstlookevent.rentals.
Hold on. FIRSTLOOK. Event, EVENT, rentals, RENT.
Yep, ALS.com.
.com. Okay.
From the first look to the last detail.
And okay, so this is her website. Now, okay, you got your logo. And so you have 4 reviews and it's 5 stars.
I have 6 now, but I just have to like transfer them
Link
over
it
there.
or something?
Yeah.
Well, either way, you got 5 stars.
Yeah,
Okay. That's hard in the event space.
God.
Holy crap. Did you? Never
High
mind.
expectations,
Like, what did you
yeah.
have to do to get
No,
5 stars?
you don't wanna know.
I know.
You don't wanna know.
Okay. You're like, I did a good job as well.
I did a good job.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
So,
put it that way.
okay, beautiful. So, and let's look. Aw,
I know, isn't it cute?
family owned. No, this is great.
I have like my 3 pillars,
good.
of like things that are really important to me.
Good photos. Where's the video? Do you have a video?
No.
So that way, all right. Well, then you and
I
I.
need a video?
Yeah. Yes. Photos are great. Now, here my suggestion, because attention
Yeah.
is so fucking fleeting, that instead of having the photos on top, for the banner, put a 30-second video, horizontal video, on top, very quick, showing exactly what you do. Then then have your, I'm assuming this is like who you are. Welcome to First Look Event right here. Then you can keep this right here, because I'm assuming this is everything that everybody can get, correct?
Yeah, that's the product list.
Okay, beautiful. Keep that. Then do the photos. Well, do the photos right here, and then have this. Keep it. I do like that it is 1 page. Some of these have been painful. This is really pretty.
Don't look at the other pages then.
Oh, okay. So event date, first name, last name. No, this is perfect. This is beautiful. I would recommend having the video though. That way, like, people with short
The attention
spans,
grabber, yeah.
something, because they're going to come up here, and then yes, the people who are going to be coming to your page, they obviously need you.
Yeah.
Right. So like they're already coming here
In the market. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. They're already in the market for what you have.
Yeah.
Wow them, and then they'll read, and then you'll wow them again with the reading, because I know you're really good at that. You've been doing the communication styles that she's capable of is incredible. So
Thank you.
have that then, and then they're 100% going to fill this out. They're just like, that's a no-brainer.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this connected to? Of course, it's not connected to her TikTok.
I think it actually is, maybe. I think so.
Okay.
I think I have some like
Okay.
social media.
Connected to Instagram.
Yeah.
Make sure it's connected to Instagram, and then if you can, look, I'm gonna make sure that you get real big on TikTok and Instagram, and like you're gonna call me now, and I'm gonna tell you what to do.
He's inspiring me again.
And and so I want to make sure that like people can find you quickly. Reduce the friction.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and you know that in other scenarios, but reduce the friction so that way people can just immediately come to you. Okay, so last little bit here. Second to the last question. What is First Look Event Rentals and Design?
And design. Yeah.
What is your company doing for the community? How is it bringing the community together?
How is it bringing the community together? Oh, so like, are you talking like the industry community, or are you talking just like
Arizona.
every day?
Let's talk about like the people who like the geographical location. Like, how are you bettering the community in general? It doesn't have to be your company. It could be what you do outside of the company because of the company. It could be like whether it is man, whether it is you helping to feed the homeless. And now here's the thing, there's a lot of things that like people don't have to record because they're just a good person and you're a good person. So I understand that like you wouldn't be documenting a lot of the things that you do just because you're a good person. But I want to know how behind the scenes, how you are helping the community, whether it's you or the business.
Yeah. So we do a lot with like nonprofits, with local schools. So I really target myself for that. Any type of like, trying to think of what the word is, but because I have that school background, like schools are, near and dear to my heart. And so, youth groups, like the summer camp stuff, I will do, volunteer stuff and then also, offer equipment for, their summer camps and stuff like that. So that's really important to me and, free of charge, obviously. So I would say that's one thing, as far as like in my personal life. I mean, yes, we do our annual feed the homeless and do the shelter thing. I'm trying to think of like what other things.
No, honestly, like
you're right. Like it's hard because you're a good person. And so you kind of do these things without actually thinking that you're doing something great. But because to me, it's just, especially the homeless thing, I grew up getting church donations and stuff and we didn't have really holidays and everything that we did came from churches and stuff. So that's, that's near and dear to my heart as well. So as much as I can give back.
And it sounds like you are. Like I'm not trying to like,
I should be doing more. Yeah. We all should do more.
Yes, we should all do more. I know, look, I'm trying to show, I want to show people as a third party how good of a person that you are. And so like, it's different whenever you say to the camera, like, hey, I'm feeding the fucking homeless.
Yeah, yeah.
Or me asking you because I know that like people should know that you're doing a good thing. Yeah. So last question. And here's the fucking problem is,
tell me.
I mean, this is we just got started here, right? With how many, I'll tell you off camera how many podcasts I'm about to do. And I kind of just alluded to it, but one of the things that like the last segment here that I want to really do is I want the guest to answer the question that the last guest gave and then ask the question for the next guest.
Okay.
Now, I forgot to ask
the last
guest to give you, because we were on a fucking roll, and that's actually why the first guest or today, Alicia, and whenever you see this video, you'll see it. But she is actually my cousin, started a nonprofit called Healing Buddy, and it's to help people with PTSD and trauma.
Oh wow!
And she's also family, and she did all of this, and I just got this today, and it's amazing. Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up, she knew because I made a video on TikTok and she was following that I wanted to start asking questions. And so I got her question for him, but I didn't ask. So what I'm going to do, it's not going to be anything crazy, but I'm going to ask you a question. And then if you want to think about a question for the next guest. So, we talked about who Kristin used to be. And I see an incredible woman in front of me. Who do you want Kristin to be in the future?
Wow. God. That was deep. It was really deep. Well, it was like this kaleidoscope of memories, that just kind of like went through my mind of all of the stuff that you brought back up to the surface that maybe I had, buried for quite a while.
For good reason.
Yeah, no, for a good. Yeah, you opened a time capsule over here. So it was just kind of like this kaleidoscope of just like, oh my God, like all these things that just kind of came to the surface. But who does she want to be in the future? I think... Yikes. I mean, I feel like successful is the biggest one. I want to be free. I think I want to be free, and if I had to put a word on it, that would be it. I want to be free. I want the freedom to make my own schedule. You know, the freedom to go on vacation, and the freedom to, you know, just live my life and kind of make up for all the lost time that I wasn't able to live my life. You know, I got recently married last year, and it's been the greatest thing in the world, you know, to wait 40 plus years, 28 years.
28 years.
28 years, you know, to find that person.
The right person.
Yeah, the right person. And now that, you know, he has a child that's grown and I have a child that's grown, and my main focus is like, I don't want to fuck this up. You know, like I want to spend as much time with this person as I can. And with that, I think comes the freedom. And I'm trying to grind as much as I can now to eventually, because, you know, I'm working 2 jobs, you know, is to eventually have the business run itself so that I can go take, you know, vacations and can take trips and work from, you know, different locations and not have to clock in and out essentially, you know, to a 9-to-5 job, which don't get me wrong. I've been at my current job for 3 years. I fucking love it. You know, so I'm going to be there for a hot minute, but if I could look back, you know, and the future Kristin is just, time is short, man. You know, like time is fucking short. And so I want to be able to have that freedom just to spend as much as I possibly can with my family and my friends, and not wait fucking 2 years to reach out to them and stuff. And, you know, it's just, I feel like I lost so much of my life and myself, and my future self is not going to be that person. So.
That was great.
Thank you. Came from the heart.
I'm almost not. I'm trying not to cry with that answer.
Yeah.
Now we can keep that for the next guest, or if you want to ask another question for the next guest, what would you like to do?
I'll take new question for 500, Joshua.
Okay. Well, you're gonna
I'm
ask.
Gonna throw
it.
in a different card.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna
okay.
throw in a wild card.
Okay.
Haven't thought of it yet, but I I didn't have it planned. I think that's a great question, though. I think that really was a good question. I think I would like to know, and it's probably like cliche, but I think it tells a lot about somebody, is like, who do you look up to? You know, like who, and not necessarily a role model, you know, like my parents or whatever. It's like, who's the one that inspired you or made a difference in your life? You know, and it can be anybody. And, you know, I look back in my career, and there's been a few people along the way that have said something so simple to me, maybe just a 1-sentence thing that I still carry with me, like to this day. And, you know, one of them was as simple as, how much money do you make here? And I told him, and he said, girl, you need to walk away and know your worth. And I was like, holy shit, like that was like 15 years ago. And it still resonates with me of like, you need to know your worth. And, you know, so there's just a few people along the way. And I just want to know, like, who is it that inspires you, or what did they say that still carries with you, like to this day? Like, I remember the time in my room on my laptop so vividly of where you inspired me, you know, to get off my ass and make something of myself. And, you know, I've got a very small list of people that falls under. And who's yours?
I'm trying not to cry again. We're gonna end this right now because that was a perfect answer and great question for the next person. My name is Joshua Coates, your overnight success story, and this was the Baby J Show. And tell them your first and last name and where to find you.
Hi, I'm Kristin Conrad, and I'm the owner of First Look Event Rentals and Design. And you can find me online, firstlookevent.rentals.com, or on all of my social media at First Look Event Rentals.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Love you guys. Bye.